Yo, 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 yo. I'm Sunny D.
And I'm Captain J.
And we're the Pot Smoking Moms. Welcome back, y'all.
We're back.
Hey, if you are a fan of the show, or if you're almost a fan, or even if you like us slightly, please rate, subscribe, share, be friends with us on all our social medias. You can visit our website, real easy to remember, potsmokingmoms.com.
Super easy. If it's your first time here, I hope you enjoy the show. And if you do, please share it and do all those things that she just said.
And help us get into as many ears as possible. We
That's
appreciate
right.
it.
But before we get started, we got to get our heads right?
Yes. And if you don't have anything to smoke, we're going to give you a little theme music from our sponsor, Affluent, our little smoke session. So you can go grab it and come back and be ready to smoke with us.
Let's go. Ooh.
Give a big thank you to our sponsor of the Smoke Sesh, Fluent. If you do shop with them, please use our rewards link on our website. That way you can get rewarded and hook yourself up.
Yeah, you can also find it through our bio link on our social medias as well.
What you got there, Jen?
I have Rosé Especial, a hybrid. So this unique and relaxing strain from the legendary growers of Freedom Town Holdings looks and tastes as good as it sounds. It smells earthy, sour, dried lavender, tropical candy, and tastes rich, bright, light, fuel, and earthy. The effects are calming, focused, happy, and positive.
All right. I have some lemon grab. You know me, I love the lemon. When life gives you lemons, reach out and grab them or smoke them. Lemon Grab is a hybrid strain known for its sweet lemon scent, a cross between sativa heavy lemon tree and indica dominant YU jelly. Literally, YU
jelly?
jelly.
Like, why are you jealous? But jelly with a
G. And you with a U. This strain produces a perfectly balanced high with mild euphoria and full body relaxation.
Qué rico.
Let's get inside it.
Cheers.
Ha.
Using my new pull-out bowl slide from our weekend that we bought at Cannafeast, which we'll give you a little update about a little bit later in just a few minutes. Oh, that tastes good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty sweet. I haven't been using my bong lately either. Been using the hand bowl.
I feel like it tastes very floral.
Does it taste like the tiger, the other one?
Yeah, you don't like it.
Yeah,
that taste is not for you.
It's just something about it. It's interesting. I'm not really.
Not your vibe.
Not my vibe, I guess. I didn't know that there would ever be a type of weed that was just not my vibe. But yeah. We don't have a guest interview this week, but we'd like to remind you that we have a fundraiser going on our Instagram page for the Last Prisoner Project. We had Stephanie on our show, I would say, was it 2 shows ago?
I think it was the premiere episode.
Premiere episode of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't heard that episode, please check it out. It's amazing. She was locked up for 9 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And now she's working with Last Prisoner Project.
And now she is an amazing resource for Last Prisoner Project. Please go to our Instagram page and donate, $2, $3, $5, anything. Helps our brothers and sisters out there.
We definitely want to say thank you to our patrons. We wouldn't be able to keep doing the show without you. We look forward to seeing you guys when we go to events. We look forward to talking to you guys every day in our Discord. So if you want to be a patron, check out our website on potsmokingmoms.com or go to the link in our bio to see the link to how to become a patron. When you're a patron, you get, perks. You get to go on
Yeah.
vacation with us. Come to our party.
I mean, I know. Like, we shouldn't be advertising the vacation part.
I know.
It's
We're
like,
a little too close with our patrons.
we're a little too available, but
they've become our friends. They're really
it is like a community, and you know what? Like, we all love each other so much, and it's like it's always been. We've always had this thing where like a friend brings one of their friend group, and then they vibe with us, and then they end up being our friend, and they end up just showing on their own accord all the time. So our friends become friends with our friends.
Yeah. And that's what happens in the Patreon too. Like
exactly.
The Discord, people go. I see all the time that people are sometimes in the sesh with me smoking together, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could join them right now, but I can't. But it's a lot of fun.
Hey, but if you can't be a patron, that's okay too. Just you rating, reviewing, sharing our podcast, interacting with us really makes us so happy.
Or just interacting with our posts and making a comment if you liked what you saw, or
if it's relatable. And if you do end up dropping us a little a review on a podcast platform, let us know so we can hook you up with some stickers and send you some, some Taco Bell hot sauce packets.
Taco Bell packets.
I've been known to send some random shit to people,
So this weekend we went to Canada.
It was so much fun.
We had a blast. I was like, dreading the 3-hour drive.
Everybody, all of us were. All of us moms, tired moms.
Yeah.
Because Pothead Mom went out with us the weekend previous as well.
Yeah, because we had the weekend before driven to Orlando, and back.
Right.
So now this weekend it's to Port Charlotte and back, another 3 hours. And then soon I'm going to be going on another trip. So it's like
Thanksgiving trip back out to Tampa.
But it was so worth the drive.
Oh my God. It was like my favorite festival.
You know why?
Because we won. No.
that too.
We're
going to get to that shortly. But we weren't vending. So we got to just really walk around and enjoy it, and really interact with people and look at stuff and do, enjoy the festival.
Was this the first festival that we didn't vend at?
At his festival, yeah.
Because the
last 2 times we went, we were vending.
And that shit is so exhausting.
It is big time. And that's why I see why our homies that do vend usually have quite a few people helping them.
Yeah.
You need that.
For sure. Especially if like you're the main person behind the brand and you want to also schmooze with your buddies. Because we know a ton of people out there. We saw so many people out there that we have been meaning to like link up with and talk to. And it was wonderful. We got to get some of their products too, which is always great.
Yeah, we got to see plant curing. We got to see
Illogical hippie.
The logical hippie.
The logical hippie.
Yeah, I was like illogical. The logical hippie.
Our TK Sweets.
All these great
Ganja
small
Clinic.
business, Ganja Clinic. All of our homies with their small businesses doing their thing, vending at the festival, and they were packed.
Their tables were constantly busy.
Yeah.
So. They got the goods though. So our friend Canna Shay, Shay, who
Magically
was on our last
Blended.
episode.
We didn't mention Magically Blended too.
Oh my God, her
caramels. Oh my God, those caramels. Oh my God, she made delicious. When we got there, she's like, I have one chocolate bar left. Snagged that shit quickly. And then she gave us a sample of those little caramel chews.
Dude, those
my
so
God. And
good.
let me tell you, that 0.15 that she says, it was nice for the rest of the day. It was just perfect.
I mean, but it was so perfect. Like the temperature was cool outside.
Oh my God, the weather was so good.
It was really nice.
The clouds looked beautiful.
Oh my God, the clouds were amazing.
These, shapes the sky. I was like, man, I want to eat more of those caramel chews and just lay in the grass and look at these clouds.
Yeah, and since it was out there in Port Charlotte too, when it got dark out, you could see the sky, which is so hard out here.
Yeah.
Unless you're like in the Everglades, when we were going down Alligator Alley, it was nice. You could see all the
Here's a few
stars.
Pictures from our day there. They're in the front center on top. The top 5 for top 4.
Oh yeah.
Top 4.
There were supposed to be 5 finalists. So let's give a thank you to you guys who voted for us for this.
Thank you.
Under
Oh my
the
God.
influence, the cannabis Canna-feast.
Several times you voted for us because we had to keep, it was like several
Right,
rounds.
yeah,
So we had
several
to keep
rounds.
bothering you. Please vote for us again. Vote for us again.
Right.
We were very excited and surprised to get the first spot.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to. It was supposed to be some other dude, but some shit went down, and you
And it
know,
didn't happen.
well, we're the next best thing. Hey, look, I have a saying.
But look,
I have a saying. Number one at being number two. Being number one is there's too much pressure. I'd rather be number two because we could chill. You know what I'm saying? We can hang out, be friends with everybody.
so on the picture we have here, the artist, top left, KT Scissor Baby, and then was it SST Life, and then
SST Life.
Herbie Dabs,
Herbie Dabs,
then Cannabis Babes Luna,
Babes Luna.
us.
It was so much fun to also hang out with Luna because she's like
She was
local.
so cool, and yes, now we have a local
I'm
buddy.
like, yo, you're from Fort Lauderdale? Like, dude, we're local to you. You could have driven up here with us.
And then we have a picture here with Terry, TK Sweets, and Piehead Mom, and Brian, of course. Had to get a picture with him. Thank you for putting on such a great event, always, Brian. And we had such a good time. Let's show you guys now what we got for first place.
Oh,
so those of you watching the video, our patrons, you can see, look at this beautiful piece that was customly made by KT Scissor Baby. I'm the worst at putting stuff up to the camera. Hold on.
Look at them titties.
Look at them ass and titties. Ass and titties. Look, she's twerking.
So cute. And then we got this gaudy trophy that we're gonna put on a shelf somewhere.
Right here behind us, so you can see it all the time. We're gonna get a shelf back here. And it's Under the Influence Cannafeast 2022. First place, bitches.
First place. And then we got this one. Canna-creator. Thankfully, the guy who was supposed to be the first place winner made them change the name from influencer.
He made them change it?
Yeah, he was like, and I listen.
I like Canna-creator better.
I love Canna-creator. So kudos to Cupins for
yeah, all right. Cupins 420. Thank you for that. And thank you for not wanting to give.
And thank you for whatever happened and you not being able to show up and pick up an award because we're the next best thing.
We started following you because we didn't know who you were. You're more, I guess, in the Twitch community. I mean,
yeah.
Like if he's listening right now.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. But this was great. This was really cool. You know.
I love that it says at Pot Smoky Mom.
I love it. I mean, that shit is my favorite. That glass thing. Like the award, the trophy is like cute and shit, whatever. It's silly, but I love this glass thing. And it has our handle. Yeah.
Camera. It's not easy.
It's pretty great. I'm gonna show this off. Well, actually, listen, it's so funny. We did remember we used to do 48-hour film project. We did that shit for like 8 fucking years.
I know.
Never. I brought this home and my husband was like, God. Like going like, man, look at this award you got
after all that work we did,
all those years. Those fucking cheap bastards couldn't give us any kind of trophy. It was always like a paper, stupid paper. Oh my
God, it's not that expensive to have something made like this.
That's why. That's why it's so frustrating. We stopped competing in that shit because it was like, what's the point?
You could display this.
I know. Look at that, fancy.
2022. I guess we're going for 2023, guys. I don't know if they're gonna do it again.
Hopefully, yeah, I know. Hopefully, when they do it, it's less rounds of voting. Hopefully, I don't know. We should probably get on Twitch, maybe get more active on YouTube, so we can grow some more followings there. Maybe I don't know.
Should we do a Twitch channel, people? Do you?
You know what they do?
How many moms Twitch?
You could go live on Twitch and like play. You're the board game queen, right?
Apparently,
they have like interactive games that you can do share screen and you can like get people in your audience to play with you.
Oh, that's cool.
Just if we get a little more free time in the future, we can do a little more content there. Maybe Twitch is a way to go.
The free time in the future. That's what I'm working towards.
I know, right?
Quitting my job.
Hey, we want to remind you guys to become a patron, you know?
So I want to do this full time, guys, so that we can do more.
We have so much footage of grow farms that we've been to lately that we just don't have enough resources to pump it out. You know what I mean?
To pump it out ourselves, or hire help, or
becoming a patron helps do that. Helps kind of our production costs. I mean, look at how fancy we're getting now with our show.
Yeah, you know, before we had patrons, we didn't have this video and this fancy stuff.
Hey, and if you're listening to us and you want to see the video, we have last season's video up on our YouTube page that we're at Pot Smoking Moms. And you can watch the videos, you know, get a little taste. You can watch
the videos for as little as $1 a month. Why not? Why not?
Right. I mean, fresh, hot, fresh, new
off the presses, videos. Like, and a day early, usually. Typically. Unless there's a event going on that week.
Load of shit we're trying to do.
Like these last 2 weeks have been crazy with all the things going on.
For real. And now the holidays.
And now Thanksgiving. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
You know, I am not ready for Thanksgiving as per usual.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Well, I asked everybody today, and apparently we're going to some family's house locally, which is great. I don't know.
Which side of the family?
I'm making my mac and cheese, my husband's side of the family. My sister's like, we're just staying home. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean you guys want me to come? Or does it mean like I could come some other time? I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like, are you staying home and making dinner? Do you want to order something and hang out as a family? We don't have to cook.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanksgiving this year, people are saying they're doing like alternative Thanksgivings where they're like ordering pizza or because la cosa está cara, man. Everything is so fucking expensive.
Super.
Which, by the way, everything is super expensive, and the way I gauge the prices, I go through a lot of eggs in my household. We're very big breakfast people.
It's like, oh my God, how expensive are the eggs now?
Yo, no joke. And then we were buying a cheaper, we were like doing the math on which one was the cheaper buy. And that company, it was cage-free eggs. So we're like, oh, it's more affordable to get like healthier eggs. Okay, so we did it. And then my husband comes home today and goes, you know, those fuckers brought their egg amount to, he was like, oh, you know those eggs we've been buying? And I'm like, oh, did those fuckers raise the price? He's like, no, man, they brought it down from 24 eggs to 18. So they're not charging you any more or less, but they're giving you less product. And it's such a ass fuck, you know?
So, yeah.
I hope you guys weren't blasting this and I just said that. Like, oh, they've been pretty tame, and here goes an ass fuck out of my mouth.
Oh my God.
What are your plans for?
I'm going to Tampa, so another weekend of driving 3 hours away.
You know, I always picture that gif of Cruella de Vil driving her car like.
Hopefully, my husband will drive both ways, and I won't have to drive, and I could be a passenger princess. But
be Daisy, driving Miss Daisy.
It's great about going to my mom's house that they love Thanksgiving, and they're like always super prepared for it, and they make everything.
And you ain't got to do shit, girl.
I ain't got to do shit, but
that
like show
lovely.
up and like, you know, help.
Yeah. You know? But you don't have to like take on the task of making the dishes and shit.
Nope.
Although I'd like to try them cheesy potato things.
I'm probably going to make the cheesy potatoes. Super easy. So why not?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, have you Christmas shopped?
Oh my, are you kidding me? I don't have any money to Christmas shop. I'm going to wrap a little pebble in paper and give it to everybody for Christmas this year.
We should do a Secret Santa with the patrons. We should ask them if they're interested.
What, though? But we are pretty weed centric, so I would, that's kind of easy. We could.
Yeah, that's easy. We could all get something.
Oh, that would be fun.
It would be fun. Like, let's ask everybody. We'll ask in the Discord. Well, do you guys want to do a Secret Santa? You know, voluntary. They don't have to.
We usually send out little things for Christmas.
Yeah, we always send them something. Sometimes we're late and comes in January, but
better late than never.
But other than that, like something like exchanging amongst each other.
Yeah,
fun. And then we could do like a little online gift exchange.
It's always fun to get something surprise.
Maybe we can like mail it all to each other in time so that we can have
like a sesh and we can all
we all opened our things.
So cute.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like it.
If you guys are listening, let us know if you want to do that.
Super cute.
All right, so now it's time to go on to everyone's favorite.
News Nugs.
Where we get high and read the news to you. All right, so first story for today is Congress passes landmark cannabis research bill. Yay! The U.S. Senate on Wednesday approved landmark legislation to expand medical marijuana research, making the first time both chambers of Congress have passed a standalone cannabis bill. Wow. The measure, titled the Medical Marijuana and Cannabidiol Research, did I say that right? Cannabidiol. Bidiol. Research Expansion Act received
Canna bitty bitty bum bum. Canna bitty bitty bum bum.
Research Expansion Act received the approval of the House of Representatives during the summer and now heads to the desk of President Joseph Biden for his consideration. The Democratic Representative Earl Blumenauer of Oregon, the co-sponsor of the legislation in the House, along with Maryland Republican Representative Andy Harris, noted the significance of the legislation after the Senate vote on Wednesday. After working on the issue of cannabis reform for decades, finally the dam is starting to break. The passage of the Medical Marijuana and Cannabidiol Research Expansion Act in the House and Senate represents a historic breakthrough in addressing the federal government's failed and misguided prohibition of cannabis, Blumenauer, the founder and co-chair of Congressional Cannabis Caucus, said in a statement. As we have seen in state after state, the public is tired of waiting for the federal government to catch up. More than 55 million Americans, nearly half of our nation's population, now reside in states where adult use of cannabis is legal.
In July, the bill was passed in the House of Representatives by a vote of 325 to 95, an overwhelming bipartisan majority in a time of intense partisan division in Washington, D.C.
Wow, 325 to 95.
Everybody loves weed.
Except for those 95, vote them out.
Seriously. Passage of the bill could signal a new era for marijuana policy in Congress, where other legislation, including a bill to allow regulated cannabis businesses access to the banking system, are awaiting Senate approval. In the Senate, where the legislation was passed by unanimous consent on Wednesday, the bill was sponsored by Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein of California, Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, and Senator Brian Schatz, a Democrat from Hawaii. Far too long, Congress had stood in the way of science and progress, creating barriers for researchers attempting to study cannabis and its benefits. Blumenauer continued. At a time when more than 155 million Americans reside where adult use of cannabis is legal at the state or local level, and there are 4 million registered medical marijuana users, with many more likely to self-medicate, it is essential that we are able to fully study the impacts of cannabis use.
For real. It's about damn time.
It's about damn time.
Legislation eases restrictions on marijuana research. The bill is designed to ease federal restrictions on researching cannabis, which is still classified as a Schedule I controlled substance. The legislation streamlines the application process for the approval of marijuana-related scientific studies, making it easier for researchers to understand the potential medical benefits of cannabis. Under the legislation, the U.S. Attorney General would be given a 60-day deadline to approve an application for marijuana research or submit a request for additional information to the research applicant. The bill also includes provisions to encourage the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to support the development of medicines derived from cannabis. There is substantial evidence that marijuana-derived medications can and are providing major health benefits. Our bill will make it easier to study how these medications can treat various conditions, resulting in more patients being able to easily access safe medications, Feinstein said in a statement from the senator's office. We know that cannabidiol-derived medications can be effective for conditions like epilepsy. This bill will help refine current medical CBD practices and develop important new applications. After years of negotiation, I am delighted that we're finally enacting this bill that will result in critical research that could help millions. It's about damn time.
President expected to sign bill. While campaigning for office in 2020, Biden called for the easing the federal restrictions on cannabis research. And last month, he directed the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Attorney General to initiate the administrative process to review expeditiously how marijuana is scheduled under federal law. In a statement, Schatz appeared to indicate that he expects the president to sign the cannabis research bill passed by Congress.
Yeah, that would be major steps backwards if he didn't.
The medical community agrees that we need more research to learn about marijuana's potential health benefits, but our federal laws today are standing in the way of us finding those answers, said Senator Schatz. Our bill, which is now set to become law, will remove excessive barriers that make it difficult for researchers to study the effectiveness and safety of marijuana and hopefully give patients more treatment options. But not everyone is hailing the legislation as a step forward for cannabis policy reform.
Uh-oh.
Shane Pennington, an attorney with the cannabis and psychedelics law firm Vicente Sederberg LLP, wrote in an email to High Times that the legislation is a terrible, terrible bill that will make research harder, not easier.
What?
He explains the legislation unnecessarily complicates research into cannabidiol, among other issues. The bill imposes various DEA registration requirements on entities seeking to handle CBD or any marijuana derivative, extract, preparation, or compound. Under current law, however, neither CBD nor any non-marijuana cannabis derivative, extract, preparation, or compound qualifies as a controlled substance. Excuse me. Thus, our things stand today. You don't need any special DEA registration to research them. Pennington wrote on Substack, by imposing registration requirements on these otherwise non-controlled substances, this bill dramatically increases barriers to cannabis research.
Really? So I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be harder? That sounds sucky. We'll see. I want to ask
there you
Leonie
have it,
and Riley
folks.
about that.
And there you have it, folks. It sounds sucky. Back to you.
Well, I mean, Riley, if
it
it's
depends. The thing is too, a lot of times,
is it going to be easier?
The way bills are written, man, it's so freaking shady. Sometimes they have written all these things and they slip in things for other things that are even unrelated. So, I mean, it depends what the specifics, I guess, are of how the bill's written. Like,
they're saying it's harder because you have to go through the FDA.
Yeah, the FDA is never going to be able to regulate. That's probably why. The FDA is never going to be able to regulate. We have had conversations before where they're like talking about even strains and how different from plant to plant. There's too many parts of the plant. The FDA cannot. There's no way they can classify and do all the research on all those things. Well, they're not saying it
has to be classified. I think they just said they have to get their approval or DEA, not FDA. Sorry, DEA registration. They got to get permission from the DEA. What?
It's about that
time. Okay, well, our next story. Senator Cory Booker, Rand Paul, introduced psychedelics bill. Dun, da, da, da. Here we go, guys. Here the fuck we go. A bipartisan duo of U.S. senators introduced legislation on Thursday that would require the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, to reclassify breakthrough therapies such as the psychedelics psilocybin and MDMA to ease access for patients and streamline research into the promising drugs. Awesome. The bill, titled the Breakthrough Therapies Act, was introduced by Democratic Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey and Senator Rand Paul, a Republican from Kentucky. After introducing the legislation, the senators noted that the psychedelics, MDMA, and psilocybin, both Schedule I drugs, have in recent years shown great promise as treatments for a range of mental health conditions, including treatment-resistant suicidal depression, anxiety, PTSD, and substance use disorders. Preliminary research into the compounds has been so encouraging that the Food and Drug Administration has recently classified both MDMA and psilocybin assisted therapies as breakthrough therapies, a designation signifying that they demonstrate substantial improvement over any currently available treatments. Wow. What's that face?
You okay there with your restless leg over here? You are like about to this couch is about to fly out of this room.
You know why? It's
a sativa leaning.
It's sativa leaning, yeah. So you see why I need my indica from.
My gosh, please put a weight on that
I'm
leg.
Get it again though.
I cannot. I can't pay attention. That's all I'm paying attention to.
I keep hitting you too.
I'm like, oh my god, what's up over here? Do we have too much coffee today?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Do you want some of the other one? You want some of the other kind?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
More of a indica leaning variety, perhaps. Here, you could just take a hit off this.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we had a joint that big?
Yeah, I would tap out after a couple hits of that. Too much.
Yeah, for real.
It's too crazy for me. Back to the article, a recent study suggests that some Schedule 1 substances such as MDMA and psilocybin could represent an enormous advancement for the treatment of severe post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and addiction, Booker said in a statement from the senator's office on Thursday. Unfortunately, regulatory red tape and a series of bureaucratic hurdles involved in studying Schedule 1 substances impedes critical research on these and other promising Schedule 1 compounds. This bill reduces these unreasonably burdensome rules and regulations that delay or prevent researchers from studying and patients from accessing this entire class of potential medicines. Did you just grab your weed to see if
I wanted to verify because I was like, I don't think it is. I said it was a special that I was smoking, right?
Right.
Is this it? Or was it special? Yeah. No, it's not. It's indica. Then I don't know what it is. Sorry.
Then you do have restless leg syndrome, perhaps.
So, bill requires DEA to reschedule the breakthrough therapies. If passed into law, the Breakthrough Therapies Act would require the DEA to make the findings necessary to transfer breakthrough therapies involving Schedule 1 substances such as MDMA and psilocybin from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2 under the Federal Controlled Substances Act. The lawmakers maintained that the legislation could help facilitate a phased rollout of these potentially life-saving therapies via FDA-approved expanded access pilot programs. The bill would also remove federal regulations that impede research into compounds that have been listed as Schedule 1 substances, despite their potential to saving lives, including drugs classified as breakthrough therapies by the FDA. Okay. They repeat themselves a lot.
I'm proud to co-lead this legislation with Senator Booker that would streamline the registration process for breakthrough therapies currently restricted by outdated drug classification, said Paul. This bill will make it easier for researchers to conduct studies that can lead to breakthrough therapies to treat patients battling serious and life-threatening conditions.
We should take a hit every time they say breakthrough therapies.
Yeah, I know. Well, there are keywords. We should have the keywords and then like improvise a whole speech using key phrases. Martin R. Steele, retired United States Marine Corps Lieutenant General and the CEO of the nonprofit Reason for Hope, leads the Veteran Mental Health Leadership Coalition, a group advocating for broader access to psychedelic therapies for U.S. military veterans. In a letter from the two groups, he called on lawmakers to approve the legislation introduced by Booker and Paul on Thursday.
We urge Congress to swiftly pass the Breakthrough Therapies Act, which responsibly reduces the barriers to research and limited access of potentially life-saving treatments like MDMA and psilocybin-assisted therapy, said Steele. Veterans should not be forced, nor should anyone else, to leave the country at great expense to access breakthrough therapies that can be safely provided and further studied in real-world settings here at home. Here at home. Here in our country. Oh, but it's true. People travel out of here in my house. when I grow my own.
Yeah.
We saw shroom grow kits and everything, man. It
Yeah,
was crazy.
I want to do it. I want to try it and
They
see.
said it's pretty idiot proof. The kid that supposedly
Let's
that kid
do
makes
it.
it easy. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. All right. The letter was co-signed by nearly 24 veterans of veterans services and mental health advocacy organizations, including Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions, VETS, Black Therapists Rock, the Hope Project, and others. We believe the Breakthrough Therapies Act is the tip of the spear in our fight to ensure that special operations veterans have access to the most advanced and effective medical treatments in the world, said Daniel Elkins, Special Operations Association of America founder and a member of the Moral Compass Federation. The Breakthrough Therapies Act will ensure special operations forces receive the care they deserve from the country they fought for.
Noting the bipartisan nature of the legislation, Shane Pennington, an attorney at the psychedelics and cannabis law firm Vicente Sederberg LLP, said that this is a fantastic bill that everyone should support regardless of political affiliation. Drugs that FDA has given breakthrough therapy designation shouldn't be in Schedule 1, and vets and others shouldn't have to go to other countries to get them, Pennington wrote in an email to High Times. I applaud Senators Booker and Paul for this one.
Let's see. Can you imagine if, like, in the same year we have both cannabis legalized and some psychedelics as well?
I mean, that would be nice. They might as well. They might as fucking well.
It's time to get into those businesses. I'm telling you, that'd be fun. All right, everybody, are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready, Captain J?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. We'll use it.
I love you, Miami!
That music brightens everybody's day up.
It's not News Nugs anymore. It's I Love You, Miami. I need to.
I love you, Miami.
Boom. There we go. All right. So apparently we have a new director of the OMMU. Mhm.
Omu.
So Florida Governor names Navy vet top cannabis regulator. Christopher Kimball will direct the Office of Medical Marijuana Use at a time of major anticipated expansion to the state's medical market. A former naval officer with a law background is the next leader of Florida's medical cannabis regulatory agency. Governor Ron DeSantis named Christopher Kimball as the director of the state's Office Medical OMMU, the oversight authority within the Florida Department of Health. The news service of Florida first reported November 16th. That was really weirdly phrased.
According to his LinkedIn page, Kimball served as a U.S. Navy surface warfare officer from 2001 to 2008. Earned his law school degree in 2008 and served in the Judge Advocate General court for nearly 14 years. Sounds like a hard dude, bro.
I don't know if he's a cannabis dude.
Well, he sounds like he needs it.
Yeah, for sure.
He will lead the OMMU team after serving as a policy advisor to Florida's Agency for Healthcare Administration. News Service of Florida reported. Maybe we can have him on our show.
Kimball?
Yeah.
Sure, we can try.
Yeah, right? Kimball succeeds Chris Ferguson, who served as a director since 2019 and has transitioned into the role of statewide services administrator for county health systems, according to the news outlet. Taking over the directorship role, Kimball will oversee a program that includes 22 medical marijuana treatment centers, 494 dispensaries, and 770,041 qualified patients, according to a November 18th weekly update from the OMMU.
Damn.
770,000.
Getting closer and closer to that 1 million mark. So Kimball's appointment comes on the heels of being admitted to the Florida bar, where he is a member of the Young Lawyers, Government Lawyers, and Administrative Law Divisions. Florida Politics reporting.
He's in a bunch of shit, dude.
According to
I'm exhausted just listening to all the things he's done.
According to Department of Health's most recent legislative budget request from October, OMMU officials anticipate active medical cannabis patients numbers to exceed 1 million registrants in the first half of 2024. That anticipation comes as aspiring market.
Smoke weed every day.
I
Yeah.
haven't used that one in a minute.
That anticipation comes as aspiring market entrants hoping to gain a piece of Florida's cannabis pie through additional licensing have continued to watch from the sidelines since voters passed Amendment 2 in 2016. The state legislator passed Senate Bill 8A in 2017, creating a framework for the state industry. According to the 2017 state law, the health department shall license 4 additional medical marijuana treatment centers within 6 months after the registration of each additional 100,000 active qualified patients. Ooh. And we gotta help. We're gonna help get more patients so that we can get more weed places in the medical marijuana registry. But that constitutional obligation has yet to be honored, despite litigation by licensee hopefuls trying to force the issue.
However, according to the DOH's recent budget request, department officials anticipate licensing 23 additional MMTs in fiscal year 2022 to 2023, and another 8 in fiscal 23 to 24, meaning the total number of vertically integrated licensees would grow to 53, 141% increase.
Damn.
In addition, OMMU officials project Florida will have 546 medical cannabis dispensaries by the end of June 2023 and 647 dispensaries by the end of June 2024. I mean, there's a ton popping up. Even people who are in other places coming here locally to our area. As such, the office's projections indicate the need for an additional 31 full-time employees and contractual services, for which in part the DOH requested $6.2 million in additional funding in the budget.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
The expansion of OMMU's regulatory footprint anticipated next fiscal year requires additional inspectors and administrative staff to support the OMMU. Tallahassee headquarters and the expansion of regional offices, the budget request states.
So it's growing. The medical marijuana industry here is growing and getting bigger. And that's actually what our next story is about, is a new cannabis brand. And we actually got a goodie bag from them. Damn, I should have brought that.
Oh, snap. I followed them too because I was like, I really like their logo. And my husband was like, he took the hat.
He liked the look.
I swear, if I had a nickel for every hat
he stole from you.
or no, every hat we've gotten from.
Oh yeah, we
I mean, we would have lots of money. But he really loved the hat from Sunburn Cannabis, and then it was interesting because I said Cartagena, Colombia. Like I was like, well, what does that have to do with them? So, but then I looked them up and they're brand new, local.
They just opened. So that's what the next story is actually about. So Green Century Holdings launches Sunburn cannabis brand and dispensaries in Florida. Green Century Holdings LLC, a Florida-based private cannabis operator, announced that it has rebranded 3 of its retail locations across Florida as Sunburn Cannabis, where it will exclusively offer Sunburn products. Sunburn is a premium cannabis brand and retail experience authentically grounded in Florida's distinct cannabis culture and brings an unyielding commitment to growing and selling only the highest quality cannabis flower, concentrates, edibles, and related products. Starting November 16, the company's first 3 rebranded locations in Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Jacksonville Beach will offer Sunburn products, including an initial 8 new strains of hand-trimmed flower, edible gummies, solventless rosin, broad-spectrum cannabis-derived terpene vapes, and pre-rolls. In addition to the initial 3 stores, the company's Tallahassee location will be opening as Sunburn on November 25th, and the Sarasota location is expected to open on or before December 15th. So here we go, like all these new places opening. Green Century's 8 additional retail locations are expected to open at Sunburn stores before the end of Q2 2023. Dispensaries openings remain subject to the receipt of all required government approvals from the Florida Office of Medical Marijuana Use.
So these people used to be medmen.
Yeah.
Sunburn Cannabis was created by the teams that built and sold Bluma Wellness and One Plant Florida. After bringing premium flower and concentrates to Florida in 2018, the team has reunited with Sunburn and plans to harness its collective experience to continue providing Floridians with the most high quality premium cannabis. In response to the arrival of significant California operators in the Florida market, Sunburn celebrates Florida's distinct cannabis culture and history. I'm thrilled to launch Sunburn and reintroduce my family's passion for and knowledge of the plant to cannabis patients and consumers in Florida, said Brady Cobb, CEO and founder of Sunburn Cannabis. Sunburn is a brand for Floridians by Floridians, and we've proven that a Florida-centric company can produce top-tier quality flower and concentrates. Now we're excited to offer Sunburn's premium products paired with our authentic Sunburn retail experience for consumers across the state at several of Florida's elite retail locations.
Stop it.
Our team's commitment starts and ends with our farm. During cultivation, we focus on ensuring that each strain we curate brings out the truest expression of each plant. Passion for cannabis and an unrelenting desire to cultivate and dispense the highest quality product runs deep in our team. We embrace all of cannabis, unique history, and are committed to honoring and celebrating the plant along with Florida's culture.
Wow. So to celebrate the launch of Sunburn,
Wow.
Grand opening events will be held at Sunburn retail locations across Florida between November 17th through the 26th, because we just said all the different ones that are opening.
Oh, wow. Fort Lauderdale.
So Fort Lauderdale just passed. We missed that. That was on the 17th. West Palm happened on the 18th. So did Jacksonville. On the 19th was another Jacksonville location, Jacksonville Beach. 2 Jacksonville Beach locations. Damn. And then coming up on the 25th, Tallahassee's opening, and then the 26th are other Tallahassee.
Oh, hey, if you guys are in Tallahassee, check out Sunburn Cannabis and tell us what you think.
We should go check out the Fort Lauderdale
Is it
store.
boof or is it fire?
I checked out the website, but we should go check out the Fort Lauderdale store.
Yeah, we could check them out. You know,
we should hit up Cannabis Luda and be like, hey, you want to go check out the
let's do it. You actually, while you're in Tampa, you should check out INSA.
I definitely want to go check out INSA while I'm in Tampa. And I hit up Terry and I was asking, is there anything going on, like any events going on that weekend that I should know about? Because I would try to go to something on Friday if there's something on Friday.
Maximize your time.
Yeah. So that's the end of I Love You, Miami.
Oh my goodness.
We have come to the end of the show. There's no interview this week. It's just us.
Yeah, it's just us, showing off our awards.
Yeah. Because we are the champions, my friends. We're showing the awards.
Bam, bam, yeah. We're showing the awards because everybody's like, I was hearing is like, what are they doing?
Why are they singing this? We should have done that song on the Bud Crawl. Next time we're adding that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yo.
Because
oh my God, they got their fucking TikTok sucks balls, bro. I posted a video of the Bud Crawl. It was so cute. And it was getting mad hits. All the ladies were like, oh, where is this? I want to do this. You know how it is. And people act like there's not a link in your bio, bro. That kind of always sets me off because everyone's like, where is this? Where is this? Go to the bio of the person who has the thing that you're asking where it is. And the details are probably there. But anyways, TikTok found it. There was no smoking. There was nothing illicit.
There's nothing
about the video. Other than we're going to...
Other than the text saying what pot smoking moms.
Bud Crawl.
I know, but you put like a bunch of pot smoking moms going like about right. Other than the words, than the words, there was nothing. So you'd have to do the video again with which.
Well, I'm actually gonna start posting on a new account. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna start using one of the. I had like I had to set apart a couple of different accounts. But I'm gonna start using one of the other pot smoking moms with a Z account because at this point, and I can't stand it when even because the last few times, even if I've won the appeal, they still block my features and I can't comment. So every time I'm looking on TikTok on videos, I get so like when I'm about to comment is because I've worked up everything inside of me and it has failed and I'm making the comment. But when your account is always in the red, they don't even fucking let you comment.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for the new TikTok account. Pot smoking moms with a Z.
Yeah, go follow that one now, apparently.
I mean, it's like anything. I can't even put words, y'all.
Well, if you've stuck around this long, thank you. You should really consider becoming a patron because you must like us if you're still listening.
you must like my annoying voice.
But we definitely want to give a special thank you to our In the Rotation and OG patrons.
Special thanks to Yanni,
Destiny,
Lauren,
Jesse,
Christy,
Denise,
Peaches,
Natalie,
Angelina,
Jenny,
Catherine,
Jay,
Chrissy,
Guillermo,
Diane,
and Gabby. Thanks, guys. We love you guys.
Yeah. Hey, we can love you too. You guys can be in our pictures that we show on the thing and
actually see them because
become a patron for early access to episodes, additional content, video, and full uncut versions of our interviews, Zoom, smoke sessions,
Discord,
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, if not, go subscribe, please rate, review, share our content. Check out our website, potsmokingmoms.com. Hit up our sponsors. If you were on the Bud Crawl, please leave a review for Chiba Hut. Let them know if you like the food or not. I know many of you guys are first timers, but hit up our links and stuff. That little stuff also helps support us. So thank you so much. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Goodbye till next week.
Signing off at this point.